Hey, what's up, guys? Got back from the video and today I'm doing an Naruto review episode 95 finished up. So here it goes. So episode starts out with Jiraiya, or not Jiraiya, Kabuto charging right at Naruto there. he was charging right at Naruto there and stuff like that. Telling Naruto stopped Kabuto there. He actually stopped him there and said something about he's like, don't worry about me, I can handle it and shit like that. Freaking Tsunade said to Naruto saying you can't handle him and stuff. That's what Tsunade was actually technically saying to Naruto there. And then Naruto was telling Tsunade there saying, you know, the bet there we have and stuff like that. So Naruto was technically throwing up a lot of chakra there and use the Rasengan against fucking use the Rasengan against fucking Kabuto there. He hits Kabuto with the Rasengan. Kabuto got knocked all the way back against the fucking wall, or technically Kabuto got knocked all the way right into a fucking boulder there. So he got hit by Kabuto goes flying into a fucking boulder there and stuff like that. When that was happening with that and stuff. Freaking Jiraiya was impressed. He's like, he told Naruto, he's like, you finally got it and stuff like that. He told Naruto, you finally got it and stuff. So Naruto was kind of feeling woozy there and stuff like that. So he kind of like collapsed on the ground there and stuff like that. When Tsunade was like saying like what is going on and stuff, and he's like, she kind of checked there, and he actually checked on Naruto's heart there, and he's like, oh crap, his heart's like failing and stuff like that. So Naruto's heart was technically failing there because Kabuto actually hit him there, or he actually hit him there where his heart was gonna hit him there with his heart was gonna fail, and mostly stuff like that. And he's not going to get help from the Nine Tails there, so the Nine Tails was not going to recover him faster and stuff like that because of it. So Tsunade was trying to save Naruto there with trying to heal him up and stuff like that, trying to save it. He's like, come on. She's like, get this. She was like, come on. She's like, I have to do this. She's like, quit trembling. I have to do this shit and crap. When that was going on with that stuff there, Kabuto saying he was saying Naruto was dead and shit, and he was actually saying something about Naruto would be dead and stuff like that for it. So when Tsunade was trying to heal him and shit like that, Orochimaru was actually saying something about he's like, you know, Naruto is like got outclassed and stuff, he's gonna die and shit like that. And then he's like, why you don't feel so bad about it? And then Jiraiya was actually telling Orochimaru saying, well, we have Tsunade here, she can actually heal him and shit like that. So she can actually heal him and stuff like that. That's what he was actually saying. So if he can get him back on his feet, that's what he was trying to say to Orochimaru. So when that was going on with that stuff there, Naruto, life was well, technically his heart was technically going out and stuff like that when that was going on. And then Tsunade was starting to cry and stuff like that. And we seen the glimpse of the Nine Tails there. He's like, and it kind of looks like the Nine Tails was technically dying also. And he's like, this is it for me and stuff like that. And then he's seeing like these droplets going into him and stuff like that. And he's like, what the fuck is this crap? So it gave a little bit of the chakra from the Nine Tails through Naruto there, so it kind of gave him a little bit in there. So Naruto came out of it there, and he's like, and he told Tsunade saying, you know, about our bet and stuff like that. That's what Naruto was actually saying. So Naruto technically survived, but he's technically still knocked out. And freaking Orochimaru was like saying, he's like, he fucking survived. and stuff like that. So, and then Jiraiya was like, yeah, don't interrupt us and stuff like that. So, technically, Orochimaru was gonna dive bomb right at Naruto there, and he was going right at Naruto. Jiraiya was gonna try to stop him there, but Orochimaru flew Jiraiya into the fucking ground there and shit like that. So you got technically Jiraiya's out for the count on that. And then when Tsunade's like, oh crap, he's like, Tsunade was like saying, oh, it's like, oh crap, he's going after him and shit like that. So she steps in front of Naruto there, she gets stabbed there, and then he's like, why you stepped in the way? He's like, I'm not going after you and stuff like that. And then Tsunade was like saying she didn't care there. She's like, I'm gonna protect him and stuff like that if my life is on the line there and stuff like that. And she was actually saying stuff about that. And he's like, oh fine. He's like, I'll take you out with him. So she so freaking Orochimaru sliced fucking Tsunade into pieces and shit. She goes down. And he's like, well, that takes care of her. And she's like, now I'll just take care of Naruto. And then he was ready to strike at Naruto there. And then Tsunade was pretty fast enough to actually stop the Orochimaru coming right at him and shit. So he technically she technically knocked him back. She was still kind of filled with the blood and stuff like that. And Orochimaru was actually saying like, oh, you can't do nothing there because you're still afraid of blood. But she kind of like broke that fear there. She technically broke that fear with the blood and stuff like that. So when she broke that fear there about the blood, she stand up there. Tsunade stand up there. She's like, he's like, you know, she was using her 1,000 years jutsu there. Yeah, 1,000 years jutsu there, and she used it there. And Orochimaru was actually saying, what is that shit like that? He was actually saying, he's like, what is that shit? When he was actually saying about that, saying what is that and shit like that, he's like, she's like, that is my chakra there. She said she had it up in her forehead there to build it up for years. She was actually saying stuff about it. She was mostly building that up for years and stuff like that. So she was technically using the 1,000 years jutsu there to heal herself. And technically Tsunade didn't really want her to use it there. She's like, just let me heal you. Why do you have to use that jutsu there to heal yourself and stuff like that? And she was actually explaining what it is and stuff, and mostly she doesn't really use it except in a rare occasion. And then the end of the episode there, we see the signing, we seen Jiraiya, Tsunade, and Orochimaru use their summoning animals there in the end of the episode. And then they're standing off there, and that's where the episode ends. So yep, that's pretty much it. Comment, rate, response to this videos. If you like working our videos, please subscribe, hit the notification list for uploads. Comment, response to videos. If you like, out. Peace.